Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, let's take a look at Dogecoin and see where we can land with a price target in the next upcoming bull run, whenever that is. But before we dive on into this video is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. And while I appreciate that so many of you who come and watch my videos are not subscribed, you are going to want to hit that subscribe button. I drop a new price prediction video every day, 6 a.m. Eastern time. You can set your watch to it. And I'm constantly giving updates as to what is happening in the crypto space. Hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the notification button so that you can keep up with everything that's going on in, again, the rapidly changing space. So Dogecoin. Before we move on, I want to tell you that this analysis video is going to be much different than everything I've done so far because I'm not concerned with historic market cap dominance. What we've seen with Dogecoin, especially over that 2021 bull run, set us in a bit of a new paradigm, and I'm using different things to measure that. Other things that I'm looking at, it's just I'm not going to take a deep dive as to what Doge is fundamentally. Doge is Doge. It is the OG meme coin. And before we heard of Shiba Inu and SafeMoon and Safe Mars and, you know, whatever, Pepe, all there was Doge, and it was a lot of fun. I remember that Doge is the OG meme coin because I am an OG Dogecoiner. I dare you to find someone who is more OG than I am. Here's my receipts. Look at this date here. eBay, 7,500 Dogecoin. Wow, amaze price like Bitcoin, Litecoin. Paid on December 20th, 2013. Dogecoin launched on December 7th, 2013. And everyone back then thought it was a joke, but it was a lot of fun. I helped donate to the Jamaican bobsled team to participate in the upcoming Winter Olympics. So $19.50 for 7,500 Doge. You do the math. That's just one transaction. I was buying and selling Doge on eBay until eBay suspended my account because they didn't want cryptocurrencies being traded on their platform. So, and how much more OG could you get than this? I had 50,000, 100,000 Doge, I don't remember, and it all got stolen because, you know, it was a wild, wild west back then, and I had it in, it actually got stolen twice. I had it in two different garage band exchanges that got hacked, and my Doge got stolen, and that would be worth what? You know, at the peak, 100,000 Doge would have been worth $75,000, and it's all gone. A lesson learned, not your keys, not your coin. So anyway, I'm an OG. Here's some things we're going to look at with Doge. The first thing, and this is so important, so please stick with me, is Dogecoin is heavily dependent on Bitcoin crossing its all-time high before we're going to see anything happen with Doge. This is what's happened every time. It peaked at 1.3 cents in January of 2018, which was huge. That was just absolutely enormous. I could not believe that Doge, this thing that was trading for 0.0008, was selling for over a penny. It was just mind blowing. And then in 2020, December of 2020, Bitcoin crossed its all-time high. And on the day that Bitcoin crossed its all-time high, you could have bought Doge for under 0.4 of a penny. And it almost from that point did a 200x in a span of a few months. Now you're going to say, I know what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to say that was because of Elon Musk. And sure, Elon Musk, his tweets, his constant talking about it going on SNL, that certainly had an effect on the price of Doge, but that's not the only thing. It was a perfect storm of looking at the charts, but also of Elon Musk. And so here's the big thing I want to point out to you. Don't worry about this horizontal line here, but pay attention to the descending triangle that we have. And I want to point out, this is Dogecoin's entire history priced in Bitcoin. Okay, so this is the very beginning with Doge in terms of its valuation with Bitcoin, not the exact very beginning. This is early 2014 with Doge, and you can see a descending triangle, and that's our point of resistance. Is just more and more Doge became less and less valuable in comparison to Bitcoin, and then in 2021 we entered this new paradigm where Doge just exploded off the charts. This is a valid thing. And if you want to take a look at cryptocurrencies that are increasingly low in their valuation against Bitcoin, there's a lot of them that could potentially do something like this, and those will come out of nowhere. I don't know if you remember this, but in December of 2020, nobody cared about Doge. It was a joke. And then all of a sudden, it became a big deal. And I would say still, it is a big deal. It's the 11th largest cryptocurrency in all of existence by market cap, an $11 billion market cap. That's as of right now. It peaked at something like $90 billion. That makes it not a little thing anymore and not a joke anymore. So if you can see now, we are in, I believe, a new descending triangle when it comes to Dogecoin. And, you know, you can see historically what happens with Doge. It plummets in its Bitcoin valuation and then has these really sharp moves up, plummets, really sharp, plummets, really sharp, plummets, really sharp move, plummets. The mother of all dramatic moves to new highs in its Bitcoin valuation. And right now we're just a little bit low its previous all-time high before that big run up in 2021. And I believe we are in a descending triangle that eventually, what I believe will happen, Bitcoin will cross its all-time high. If it happens, if Bitcoin crosses its all-time high, we will see a sharp move up and then kind of a settling. And then around the time that Bitcoin peaks, Dogecoin will reach a new level of resistance in this descending triangle. So I have a price target. I chose this before looking at anything else for my price target. And I'm warning you now because you're going to see some just a fascinating coincidence happen when I land on my price. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of you were disappointed in my price, but this is where I land, where Dogecoin would meet that resistance towards the end of 2025. Typical bull run scenario, which I am not married to the idea that we're going to have a typical bull run, but 0.0000339 is the price of Doge in comparison to Bitcoin at this point in time. So what does that mean? Where does that put us in terms of a Bitcoin valuation? Well, there's three scenarios I want to present to you. Scenario one is not this. It is Bitcoin does not put in a new all-time high, which if you're confused by that, watch my Bitcoin video, because if Bitcoin doesn't put in a new all-time high, I don't think Doge is going to do much of anything. Maybe at best something like 15 cents. But scenario two, Bitcoin puts in a new all-time high. We have two things here. We have this, and then we have the retrace, and I believe that Doge would do a 702 retrace from its previous cycle top, giving us a price of 53 cents, a little over 53 cents. But what about in terms of valuation of this, where we get a 0.0000339 Doge to Bitcoin valuation? Well, you might be surprised to hear this, but that is also at 53 cents. And so I very strongly believe that Dogecoin is going to go to about 53 cents, and that is not going to put in a new all-time high. I've talked for months about how 2021 was just this major outlier, and that Doge would not have the strength to get up to a new all-time high in 2024, 2025, 2026, whenever. I do not believe that's in the cards for this time around. I do believe that Doge can put in a new all-time high sometime in the future after that, but for the upcoming bull run, I am landing on 53 cents. But I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Do you think I am being way too conservative with Doge? I have a lot of confidence in this prediction. I just want to say, especially because that was a coincidence what I said, but maybe I'm crazy. You know, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm crazy that this is too high of a price. Whatever the case, I want to know your thoughts, and I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.